You do everything right. You're a safe driver, you pay your premiums on time, and you've got what everyone calls full coverage on your car insurance. So you're all set, right? Protected? Well, what if I told you there's a huge, often overlooked gap in that protection? A gap that could honestly put your whole financial future on the line, even when an accident isn't your fault at all. Let's dig into how that can even happen. To really get our heads around this, let's start with a scenario that I think is going to feel pretty familiar. Just picture a family. They've done everything by the book. They work hard, they bought a safe car, and they made sure to get what they thought was the best insurance policy out there. They feel totally secure. And this is what most of us believe, right? They did everything right. Safe drivers, a beautiful car, full coverage. That phrase, full coverage, it just sounds so complete, doesn't it? So absolute. It gives you this incredible peace of mind, kind of like you're wrapped in a financial safety blanket. But that feeling can be a really dangerous illusion. Okay, so here's the thing you have to understand. Full coverage isn't actually an official insurance product. It's a marketing term. When an agent sells you full coverage, what they're usually doing is bundling three main things. Collision, which covers damage to your car, comprehensive for stuff like theft or a tree falling on it, and liability, which covers damage you cause to other people. But what about when someone else hurts you and they don't have enough insurance to cover it? That right there is the hidden gap.
So let's get back to our family. One minute, they're driving along feeling completely safe, and the next, their entire world is just turned upside down by a crash. This is the exact moment where the myth of full coverage collides, literally, with a very harsh reality.
And here is the absolute kicker, the detail that changes everything. The driver who hit them wasn't uninsured. No, they were underinsured. They had exactly what the law required them to have and not a penny more. And in a lot of states, that minimum legal requirement is it's shockingly low. It's nowhere near enough to cover the cost of a serious accident. Okay, this is where the math starts to get truly terrifying. The family is now looking at a mountain of expenses, and they're about to find out that the other driver's insurance is basically a drop in the bucket. Let's actually break down this deficit. Just take a look at this number. We're talking over $180,000. And this isn't just for a wrecked car. No. This is the cost of a human being getting hurt. It represents hospital stays, surgeries, lost wages because you can't work, and all the physical therapy needed just to get back on your feet. So on one side of the scale, you have the family's actual devastating costs. And on the other side, you have what the at-fault driver's insurance will pay. A lot of state minimums for bodily injury are as low as $25,000 per person. That leaves a gap of more than $150,000. So, where is that money supposed to come from? Well, it comes from you. That difference has to be paid, and it gets drained directly from the most important parts of your financial life, the savings you worked for years to build up, the money you put aside for your kids' education, the retirement you were counting on. All of a sudden, someone else's mistake threatens to just wipe out your family's future.
It's a terrifying scenario, for sure, but there is a specific type of protection designed for this exact situation. It's usually a pretty inexpensive add-on to your own policy, and it acts as this critical safety net. It's kind of like your policy's hidden hero.
It's called Underinsured Motorist coverage, or UIM for short, and to put it simply, it protects you from other drivers who don't have enough insurance. If their policy maxes out and you still have bills piling up, your own UIM coverage steps in to cover the rest, right up to your own policy's limits. It's basically insurance for your insurance. So here's how UIM basically builds a bridge over that scary financial gap. The process is really straightforward. 1. The accident happens. 2. The other driver's insurance pays out what it can, that small state minimum amount. Then, step 3, your UIM coverage kicks in and pays the rest. And the result? Your savings, your college fund, your retirement, they're all safe. Your family is financially secure. So, we've seen how a simple phrase can be so misleading, and how one single accident can have these devastating consequences. The story of this family, it's not just a story, it's a warning. And it leads to a really important question you need to be asking yourself. Let this one sink in for a second. It's probably the single most important takeaway from all of this. Full coverage doesn't mean fully protected. You can do everything right on the road, but you just can't control what other drivers do. Your insurance is only truly full if it protects you from them too. So I'll leave you with this one last thought. Pull out your insurance policy, or call your agent today and ask one simple question. Do I have underinsured motorist coverage, and are my limits high enough to actually protect my family's future? Because finding out you have that gap after an accident, well, that's just too late.